Salutations. So, I have uveitis. That's the fancy term for my uvula has swollen to the size of a bowling ball in the back of my throat. So please excuse me sounding kind of funny. I almost thought about not recording because of the uveitis, but I'm too excited to show you something. After I pour this little bit of tea, it's my milk oolong again. I feel like I sound like that video of the guy going like, "Hello, princess." Like, you know that guy, TikTok or something? It's like, "Hello, princess. How are you? You're my princess," or whatever. Like one of those videos. I don't want to strain my voice too bad, but there's also that guy I really like who's like, "Darling, guess who's back?" I really like that. Okay, let me show you. So here's my fancy setup of putting this case on my bed. And what's inside is the exciting part. This is, if I can remember how to figure it out, Smith Coronet. It is beautiful. If you want to zoom in a little bit. I got this thing absolutely on the house because it was actually a gift from the family of a former resident I used to work with, and you know, he was a sweet man. He was a little rough around the edges sometimes with like certain people, but I was on his good side for one, and I really liked him. He was so sweet to me, and I would always help him out whenever I could. So I caught wind that he had a typewriter, and I did not know until like a little bit in that it was an electric typewriter, and that was exciting because I'd never owned an electric typewriter before in my life. Not many people can say that they have in this modern day, but I own 3 other typewriters, and they are all the manual kind. So this is my first electric typewriter, and it is beautiful. I think this thing is at least designed circa 60s. I don't know exactly what year this one is. I wonder if it says over here in the model and stuff. Let's see. I'll have to find out, but this thing is absolutely stunning, and I would love to get it on my desk and see if I can get some sample of me using it. All right, so I have this thing here, and one of my favorite features is those little bunny ears right there. I do have other typewriters that have the little thing that go up, but only one of them, not the antenna little feature. That is so cute. It is like my favorite thing about that. I have this just scrap piece of paper here, and I've already set the margins, which you can do by pushing them down, and wherever I put the margins to, you can push them down and just set them to where they need to go. So I'm gonna say right there is good. Let's see if I remember how this thing handled. So I think what I did was I just kind of put it here in the back. Yep, and it is a little crooked, so I'm gonna pull this down and even it out. Put it back. Let's see, what is this exactly? I think it said in the manual when I found it online what this does, but I'm not concerned right this moment, so I'm going to flip that down. But yeah, so there's the paper. I think this is called the paper bale. And so when you switch it on, there is quite a hum to it. You can tell it's really a machine, you know. And it's a very different ooh, there you go. I accidentally spaced. This is a very different experience than using a traditional typewriter like the mechanical one. So let's see, what can we type? Hello, cruel world. Am I real or just, oops, a dream? And will I ever find some meaning like the pretty folks on TV? And I think the lines are set very wide right now, so I'm just going to turn it to 1 and give that a shot. Let's see. Hello, cruel world. Is it really nice to be here? But your point is rather unclear. Yeah, that's better. I like that. I enjoy this. The R probably needs to be cleaned a little bit, like the type bar itself. But yeah, let's do a little more typing. I'm gonna pretend that I'm typing my script for my story that I'm working on, my comic, just because it makes me feel fancy. And I gotta be careful with the X, because apparently when you hold it down, ooh, yeah. So I just need to be careful and just type it, hit it once, because I made a mistake there. I'm just going to turn that machine off when I'm not quite using it so it doesn't make so much noise. Let's see. Oh, come on. And let's show you some of that text. Right there you can see it clear as day. That's how it looks like. Yeah. So there is the Smith Corona Coronet Electric. It's a beautiful machine. I'm so pleased with it so far. It did make a scary noise just now, but I feel like that's just par for the course, especially since it's a very old machine, old electronics. That'll do it, you know. But yeah, so pleased with this thing. I am so happy with it. And I want to really, I have already thanked her quite a bit, the daughter who was responsible for giving me this thing. You know, I already thanked her quite a bit, and but I still want to thank her again in the video. Yeah, this is just such a lovely machine, and it's got such a beautiful history. I always love knowing the history of things that I get secondhand or things like that, and knowing that the life of this thing can still continue on through a different life than it had before, and knowing and honoring the past that it had, especially with such a beautiful tie-in to a person who I thought of very fondly. So just thought I'd leave it at that, and yeah.